May, are you there? I have something to tell you. I'm gonna be coming back to Mom and Dad's from tomorrow to have my kid.
Wait, Lara? Is that you? It's been like 5 years since we last talked. And wait, you're coming home to have your kid? You're pregnant?
That's right. I am and I am. You must be quite shocked. But yeah, I'm already 4 months along.
If this is really something, I mean, I don't think I've heard a single word from you ever since you ran away to New York to live with your boyfriend. I didn't even know that the two of you had gotten married.
No, we actually haven't gotten married yet. But we've talked about it, and we're going to do it once my boyfriend slows down and we have the time to. Oh, right. By the way, this boyfriend is totally different.
Wait, wow, that is a lot. I mean, so much has happened to you in the last 5 years. But if you're going to come home to have your kid, you should have said something earlier. We haven't made preparations for you to come here, and you don't even have a room here anymore.
Wait, what? I don't? But why not? What happened to my room? But you all just really think that I would never come home? How could you just get rid of my room without even telling me?
Well, you had been away for 5 full years. And you know how Mom and Dad can be kind of pack rats, right? Well, basically, we just ran out of space and needed to use your room to store all their stuff.
Are you serious? My room is just the junk room now? Well, you better start to clean it up right now because I'll be taking my room back when I get there.
I really just want to tell you to do it yourself, but I guess you're pregnant, so I can't really make you do all of that lifting.
Oh, big sis, how is the cleaning going? Are you done yet? Is my room ready?
Of course it isn't ready. There is a ton of stuff that I still need to find a place for.
I thought I told you to have that room ready for me before I got there. I want to rest in my own room, and you are preventing me from doing that.
Well, that is why I wish that you would have warned me that you were coming home earlier. I understand that you want to come home to have your kid, but you should have told me earlier because there is a ton of cleaning up that I need to do. There is no way that I could have cleaned up this room by the time you messaged me yesterday.
Well, I am getting sick of waiting in the living room for you to be done.
You know, I am getting just a little bit sick of your attitude. I have been busting my buns to get this room ready for you. Mom and Dad didn't even offer to help, so I've been doing all of this myself. Don't you realize that?
Well, this is all your fault for putting stuff into my room in the first place. You shouldn't have done that.
But I only did it because Mom and Dad asked me to because they never throw anything away.
All right, I'm getting sick of your excuses, and the stress you're causing me can't be good for the baby. Just shut up and get back to work.
I would if you would just stop texting me already. It is hard to get any work done when you keep texting me to ask if I'm done or not. Now, if you will excuse me.
May, are you there? I just noticed that the living room hasn't been cleaned at all. Have you been slacking off?
Excuse me? What do you mean?
I mean that the living room is dirty and I want you to clean it. Make sure to vacuum my room while you're at it. I mean, if you don't clean the house frequently, it's only going to get messier.
Lara, I understand that you're pregnant, but that doesn't mean that you can't do anything at all.
What do you mean? What would you have me do?
Have you ever seen your room? It is strewn with your clothes all over the place. You have plates and glasses all over your desk, and you have trash all over your floor. I don't care if you're pregnant. You can do better than this.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you are? You know, this is why you're single and no one loves you.
Are you kidding me right now? Do you think that's even remotely appropriate to say?
You haven't even ever been pregnant. I'm just thinking of this little child growing up inside me. If I get up and move around, then it'll jostle the fetus and bacteria could get in. Who knows what kind of damage that could cause?
You're right. I'll give it to you that I don't know what it's like to be pregnant.
That's right. So you don't know what you're talking about in the slightest. And if you don't know what you're talking about, then I don't want to hear anything from you. Clearly, you know nothing about how bacteria could get into the womb and affect the baby. And someone like you is probably covered in harmful germs.
I don't know why you have to say things like that. I think I keep myself quite clean, thank you very much.
Actually, you know what? I want you to leave.
Leave? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I can't have someone filthy like you hanging around the house anymore. It's not good for the baby. You need to move out right away, or who knows what might happen to my poor child.
I really don't think that's how it works. You are taking all of this way too far right now.
Well, it's not like you contribute anything to the house anyways. I know that you don't even work, right?
Excuse me? Just what makes you say that, huh?
Well, I've been here the past 2 days, and I've noticed that you only ever go out to do the shopping or to take out the trash. You never seem to leave for any kind of job, and besides cleaning the house, you just hole yourself up in your room all day. You're not someone who carries disease, you're the disease itself. Or should I say, parasite to be precise? Someone needs to sanitize the house of you. You're just gonna cause trouble for this kid even after it's born. You'll teach it all kinds of bad habits. You need to just get out of this house and find a job already. So just get!
And what is going to happen to the house then? Who do you think is going to take care of the cleaning if you won't?
What are you talking about? Mom and Dad are still here. I'll just make them do it, of course.
And you really think that they're going to go for that just because you say so?
Of course they are. Besides, I would much rather live with Mom, who actually knows about childbirth, than with the walking tapeworm that is you.
All right, then. You're really sure that you want me to move out, then?
Of course I'm sure. Just get out of here already. Jeez. You know, Dad was talking to me not that long ago and was saying how great he thought it would be if one day I can live together with his father's child. Well, if you leave the house, then we can take your room for the both of us. So thanks for helping me out there.
Okay, then. If this is what you really, really want, I guess I have no choice. I'll pack up my things and try to be out of your hair by tomorrow.
Do you mean it? Oh, this is going to be perfect. I'm so happy. Thanks for not putting up a fight. May, are you there? You said that you were going to be moving out of the house by today. Are you gone yet? Make sure that you take everything with you when you go. I don't want your germ-covered belongings in the house where it might make my kids sick. Got it?
Don't worry, I made sure not to leave a single thing in there. I'm actually just about to head out of the house right now.
Are you serious? You're really about to leave? Yay! The tapeworm is being passed out of the house. This is great!
The feeling is mutual.
Excuse me? You're happy? Why? Why would you be happy about this?
Aura, you finally given me a chance to get out of that house. I'm finally free. Good luck not letting the house fall apart without me.
What are you talking about? What's that supposed to mean? Hey May, I just wanted to let you know that I talked to Mom and Dad and they said it was fine if my boyfriend moved in with us from next month. We're going to be moving into your old room, so you can go ahead and not bother coming back since you won't even have a place to come back to.
Oh, well that's just fine with me. I feel like I can finally go out and start my own life. It feels like a real fresh start for me. I way prefer being on my own than living at home. I just moved into my new place and I still haven't finished unpacking. My stuff is kind of everywhere, but no one is here to tell me how to use my space. This is like a totally new sensation.
Hold on, this isn't right. You shouldn't be happy about this. You should be upset. You're basically thrown out of the house.
Oh, you have no idea just how long I was waiting for a chance to get out of the house.
But why? What's wrong with being there? What didn't you tell me?
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out all on your own soon enough. But if you really want to hear my opinion, I think you're way better off going back to your boyfriend's house than living with Mom and Dad again.
Seriously? What are you talking about? Explain yourself. You need to tell me what's going on. May, you need to get back here and do something about this. I'm serious.
What is it now? What do you want?
The house is filthy. It's an absolute pigsty.
What are you talking about? What is going on at the house?
Well, ever since you left, I haven't seen Mom do any of the cleaning around here at all. And Dad just sits around not doing anything either. My boyfriend has already moved in with us, but when I opened the door to greet him, he said the whole house stank like rotten garbage, turned around, and went back to live at his old place.
Don't tell me that the trash hasn't been taken out for the whole month that I've been gone.
Well, yeah, like I said, neither Mom or Dad have gotten off their lazy butts to do it for me.
So basically, you're telling me that all 3 of the grown adults living in that house are refusing to do even the most basic of chores or housekeeping?
What are you talking about? Don't you try to put this on me. I'm pregnant, remember? None of this is my fault.
Right. Well, what have you all been doing for food? Is anyone even cleaning or vacuuming or doing the dishes or washing the clothes?
Well, about all those.
So since the day that I left the house, not a single thing to keep the place in order that you're all living in has been done at all? The house is just a complete sty?
I guess that sounds right. It was probably not long after you'd left that I noticed dishes started to pile up and garbage gathering in the corner.
I'm actually curious. In the past 5 years since you left the house, have you ever lived in a place that was as filthy as that?
Actually, now that you mention it, no. I think this is the dirtiest place I've ever seen.
So, you finally realized the sad truth about living with Mom and Dad. Basically, someone who isn't them has to do all of the cleaning or else it turns into that. Maybe you remember our grandma who eventually was put into a retirement home? That happened not long after you left. But she was basically the one keeping Mom and Dad in line about keeping the house clean.
Wait a second. I think I get it.
No, I work full-time and I did while living at home too. I just have a teleworking job.
Are you serious? You work from home? I had no idea.
Anyways, just wait. It gets worse.
What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? Is that some kind of threat or something? May, are you there? What's going on? What is this? Answer me right now. I want answers. I thought that my boyfriend would be coming back to pick me up, but his parents are here and talking about me moving in with them.
Yeah, I figured that something like this might have happened.
What are you talking about? Why is this happening?
Well, I never mentioned this to you before, but I actually know who your boyfriend is. We've met before.
Wait, you do? Really? I didn't know about that.
Well, it's true. He's actually a client of mine, and we just started working together. After we talked some business, we were just making small talk, and he started to talk about you. When I asked about the name of the girl he was talking about, I realized that he was, in fact, talking about you.
Are you serious? This is the first time that I'm hearing about any of this. Why did he wait until now to tell me?
Well, yesterday, I reached out to him and told him that you were living in really unsanitary conditions. We talked about how you living in a place like that couldn't be good for your pregnancy, and that he should probably do something. He said that it seemed like the only option was for you to move in with his family.
And just why wasn't I consulted for any of this, huh? Doesn't my opinion matter when it comes to this stuff? If I'm moving out, then I want to move in with you.
Yeah, that isn't going to happen. There's no way I'm going to let you live with me. You can keep dreaming, though.
But why not? I want to move in with you. Why won't you let me? I mean, we're family, and I'm pregnant. You have to help me.
Well, that's because I'm actually living with my fiancé at the moment.
Wait, what did you just say? You have a boyfriend? You have a fiancé?
Yep, that is what I said. Anyways, it sounds to me like you need to talk with his family about what is going to happen next for you.
But my boyfriend's mom really scares me. She's really, really intense and strict.
Well, then she sounds like the perfect match for someone as selfish as you.
How could you say that? We're sisters. Why are you treating me like this?
Right. Well, anyways, I've got to go and meet up with my fiancé. We have a lot of big talks to have for our future. So, have a nice life.
That isn't fair. Why do you always get to have the good life? What did I do to deserve this? Please, you have to do something.
After that, Laura's move into her soon-to-be parent-in-law's house was decided. It wasn't long after that she was officially married to the father of her child. I was hoping that living with such a strict mother-in-law would have helped Laura learn how to take responsibility for herself. That was 2 years ago, though. The last time I heard from Laura, she told me that she had been kicked out of her husband's house. When I asked her why, she told me it was because she cheated on her husband. She had to leave the kid with him and was left with nothing. I had just about enough out of her and blocked her. Laura had no other choice but to move back in with my parents in their filthy house, where she has to wade her way in and out of a sea of trash. She has also had to find work in order to pay off all of her debts, but is known around the workplace for her smell more than anything.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Lisa, you got a little time? Oh, hello Mary. Sorry, I'm actually at work now. Not really supposed to be using my phone. I'll send you a line later on during my break. Oh yeah? Even if it's about your husband, George? Huh? George? What's George got to do with you? If you don't hear me out now, you may regret it later on. What are you talking about? I'll be straight with you, Lisa. George and I are getting married. There, I said it. Wait, what? What are you even saying? Is this a joke? George is my husband. He can't marry you. That makes no sense. Yeah, but once you divorce him, it starts to make perfect sense. It's not as simple as that. Just hold on a second. I'm going to take the afternoon off and confirm this with George. Oh yeah? Can you even confirm it? Yeah, he's at home today, working remotely. Once I get home, we'll clear the whole thing up. It's all a big mistake. Or some sort of prank you're pulling. Yeah, but maybe it would be better for you if you didn't do that. Why do you say that? I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm at your place. Or should I say bed now with George? Not sure you want to witness that. Excuse me? Kinda naughty, don't you think? Making love with my younger sister's husband in their own bed. I can't get enough of it. This guilty pleasure. It's intoxicating. I just got a line message from George. So, it's all true, huh? This is not a joke. Just as I said, right? He even said I'm way more attractive than you. True that. He says he prefers older women. Who would have thought, huh? So it's decided. George is mine. End of story. That means you have no reason to come home. You're not wanted here. What about you? As I recall, you're married too. That's all taken care of. I was worried I wouldn't be able to pay him off, but good old George saved the day and settled that no problem. The divorce went through without issues just this morning. Good riddance to that guy. George paid it off. Huh. I'm surprised. When you got money, you got money. George is loaded. Do as you like, Mary. Hope you don't have any regrets. Oh yeah? I'm surprised you gave up so easily. I was expecting a bigger fight. I'll send the divorce papers over to Mom and Dad's place. Sign it and submit it at City Hall as soon as you can. You got that? Hey Lisa, what's up? Has it already been 6 months? Time flies. Is that you, sis? What the hell do you want? You got a real nerve contacting me after what you pulled. Yeah, I knew you would be this way. I kinda understand how you feel, actually. I was just texting you to tell you something very important. Is this about you guys finally getting married? You already heard? You must be clairvoyant. Kinda obvious. Why else would you contact me? Just want to rub it in my face. I saw it coming a mile away. Aw, shucks. I was going to gloat all about how happy I am. Hear you squirm. This is no fun. Everything you say is no fun. I have no interest in what you have to say. I always hated your smugness. Really pisses me off to this day. No wonder George picked me over you. Like you said, he prefers older, more wise and experienced women. What's that supposed to mean? You saying I'm an old lady? All said and done? That just sounds like loser talk. Just oozing with envy. Think what you like, Mary. I'm over it. Oh yeah? Well, if you hear what I have to say now, those feelings will come bubbling up again. I'm sure of it. What now? We're headed to Europe for our honeymoon. To Europe? Seriously? Yup, we're hitting the top spots. London, Paris, and Milan. I always wanted to see Italy. Can't wait. And here's the icing on the cake. We're having a little intimate wedding in Paris. Can't you believe it? George plans on spending upwards of $30,000 on the whole thing. I feel like a celeb. You're not serious. Where'd he get that kind of money? He's got money. That's another reason I married him. This is way beyond belief. I knew I would see those envy bubbles come burbling up. It's not really envy, more like astonishment. Astonished, envy, jealousy. It's all the same to you. You were always so mundane. Boring little relative-only wedding at a local church. You had like 2 of your best friends from high school attend, and that was it. What a total joke. You guys didn't even go on a honeymoon, did you? What a huge difference. Never thought such a disparity would show up now. The way he loves and cares for me. It's like night and day. Well, that was then. You can take it however you like. But I can tell you this. You shouldn't be so extravagant. It might come back and bite you in the you-know-what. Huh? Extravagant? What are you talking about? That word does not exist in George's vocabulary. I mean, think of the debt he accumulated. The compensation to me, not to mention to your ex-husband. Not really nickels and dimes. The total amounts to over $100,000, right? And George paid this himself? He paid all that and now another $30,000 for a honeymoon and wedding in Paris? It just doesn't add up. I was aware of his financial situation. He was left broke after we divorced. You can understand my alarm. There you go again. The green-eyed monster rears its ugly head. I thought you weren't jealous. I'm just warning you. Seems a little self-destructive is all. Just saying. Like I said before, George is loaded. He has no money worries. I thought you knew all about this. He was your husband after all. No, I never knew he had so much money, to be honest. What's $100,000 much less $30,000? That's just chump change to him. I wish you would just admit defeat and froth at the mouth with envy. That would make my day. Okay, I tried warning you. If you're so set on having the upper hand, have it your way. Yeah, I do have the upper hand. You giving up so easily kinda makes me feel sorry for you. Think what you like. Like I said, I warned you out of concern, not envy. just so you're aware. I've already cut all ties with you. I don't think of you as my family after what you pulled. So I really don't care what happens to you. Don't come crying to me later. I'm fine with that. That means you will no longer have any feelings for my George. That's exactly what I wanted. Hey Lisa, you there? Guess where we are? Yup, that's right. We're in Paris. We just exchanged vows in a beautiful cathedral. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, I didn't even know you were gone. So, what do you want? Bet you're pretty envious right about now. No, not really. Actually, I'm feeling empathy and a touch of pity towards what's coming. Are you still harping on about that? I told you George is swimming in cash. We have no worries ahead. Full steam ahead, I say. I'm even confident in saying we're set for life. I mean, how else could he plop $30,000 down just like that? You tell me. Set for life? Really? Without any income? That makes no sense. Pardon me? What do you mean, no income? You're saying he never told you? George has been unemployed for quite some time now. Wait, what? Unemployed? Yeah, that's right. Jobless, out of a job, without gainful employment. Even if he did gain unemployment after divorcing me, I'm pretty sure his bank account is at zero after all the compensation he paid. There's no way he could get his hands on $30,000 just like that. Wait, back up a bit. What's this about him being jobless? What's going on here? Are you serious? He never told you? What the hell are you talking about? Tell me for God's sakes. He got fired from his job after they found out he was having an affair with you. Pardon me? You can't be serious. You can't get fired for infidelity. That's unfair dismissal. They deserve to get sued for this. Come on, Mary. You don't seem to understand. You said it yourself. Me? What did I say? George was at home doing remote work when you guys were making love, right? Working remote means he's on company business hours. Having an affair with a married woman on company time sounds like a good reason for dismissal to me. Yeah, but the company has ways to check whether an employee is working or not. With widespread use of remote work recently, it's kind of hard to be inactive without them knowing. And it wasn't just a one-time thing either. It evidently affected his work performance. They had all the evidence, so he got fired. I warned you about this. And I don't really think he got any kind of surveillance package or meaningful retirement bonus. But I'm really curious about that $30,000 for this honeymoon you're on. How did he manage that? So does that mean he wasn't working at home, doing remote work all this time? Yeah, like I said, no gainful employment. Yeah, pretty sure. No, this is some kind of sick joke. What I can't understand is why you even thought he was rich. He's just a normal office worker, not some elite businessman. Huh? Just an office worker? Of course the company he worked for was a major corporation, and his pay was a bit more than average, but basically he was just a salaried worker. So when you said he plopped down $30,000 just like that, I was like, what? No way he could afford that. Hold on a sec. You say he's a salaried worker? I heard he was an executive, that he was making a six-figure salary. Pardon me? I saw his name on the company's homepage. Oh, that? I think you mistook him for someone else. What are you talking about mistook him for someone else? Yeah, the vice president has the same last name as George. That's probably who you saw. You're lying. I mean, come on, Mary. Think about it. George isn't even 30 yet. How could he be an executive at a major corporation? It doesn't make any sense. He wasn't even a star employee or a top salesman or anything. Just your run-of-the-mill pen pusher. Didn't you even think it was odd? This is not happening. Then why did I even steal him away from you? For what purpose? What am I going to do now? I've been totally conned. I don't want him anymore. You can have him back, Lisa. No thanks. I better get back to work. Wait a sec. You can't leave me hanging. Goodbye. Have fun in Paris. I later heard that the honeymoon ended right then and there. They cut it short and came back stateside, but they weren't able to get a refund for that extravagant trip. I was later informed that George told my sister that he had gotten fired. As you can imagine, Mary and George got into a fierce argument, her accusing him of tricking her into marrying him. They eventually ended up filing for divorce. That $30,000, you ask? George borrowed that money from his sister. He convinced her that he wanted to take his new wife on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Europe. His sister apparently signed some loan application as the grantor for some disreputable moneylender without properly reading the agreement. Last I heard, he was saddled with 2 or 3 part-time jobs just to pay off his debts. I just can't understand people. Why can't they manage their money properly? Don't they see the consequences? Anyway, as long as they don't interfere with my life going forward, I'm fine with that.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Are you still at work, Luther? I'll just text you what I need to tell you. It's about my business trip to Okinawa that I was supposed to come home from today. My flight was delayed because of the typhoon, so I'm going to be staying here for 1 more month. Also, Ellen's going to be coming home from school early because of the typhoon. She's going to be home earlier than usual, so take care of her, okay? Can you talk right now, Mrs. Banks? Oh, hi, Alexa. Did the typhoon hit there as well? Yup. It looks like the real storm is yet to begin, but already the weather is getting rough. That reminds me, you were supposed to come home from your business trip to Okinawa today, right? How is it over there? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I can't come home today since my flight's been delayed because of the typhoon. Oh, the weather's still bad over there? The typhoon's already passed, but the flight I was supposed to be on was delayed. I probably won't be able to get home by tonight, so I'm going to stay here for 1 more day. I see. Take care then. There's one more thing I want to talk to you about. You can see our house from the apartment you live in, right? What? Well, yes, I can. Can you see if the light in our house is on or not? Sure thing, I guess. Your house is right across the street and I can see it from my veranda. To tell you the truth, I can't contact my husband, even though he's supposed to be working remotely today. Considering the weather today, he's probably at home if he's a remote worker, right? It's fine if that's the case, but Ellen's elementary school is making the kids go home early today because of the typhoon. I told him about this, but he wouldn't reply. I'm worried about Ellen, so I would appreciate it if you could check in on her as well. So I should just check in on the house, right? Yep, thanks. Mrs. Banks? How is the house? Alexa, it's terrible! I found Ellen outside on her own in the middle of the typhoon. What? I take a look at your house from my veranda just like you told me to, which is when I saw Ellen curled up in front of your front door. I rushed and brought her into my house and made her take a bath. Luckily, she had no injuries, but she's just a 9-year-old girl. This is terrible. Why was she there? Was my husband Luther not inside the house? He probably wasn't. When I saw Ellen, my first thought was to bring her into your house and give her a bath. But when I tried to open the front door, it wouldn't open. I asked Ellen about it, and she said she forgot her keys in the house that morning. So I then brought her into my house. I gave her some hot milk when she got out of the bath, and she was probably so relieved that she's now sound asleep. So that's what happened. I was thinking about asking Ellen what exactly happened, but I thought that she needs to rest first, so she hasn't told me anything yet. Not knowing what happened makes me really anxious, but thanks for saving Ellen. If you don't mind, could you take care of Ellen until I get home? Of course. The rain is just getting stronger and stronger, so there's no way we can leave the house right now. Thanks, I'm counting on you. Still, though, I wonder where Luther went off to. Me and my husband tried contacting him from both our smartphones, but he wouldn't reply. I gave him a brief explanation of what happened and told him that Ellen was safe with me, but my texts remain unread. But his car was gone, so it's likely that he went off somewhere. Understood. Thanks for the information. Can you tell me if you find out anything important? I know you have Ellen to take care of as well, so you don't need to exert yourself too much. It's fine. Me and my husband will take turns looking after her. Sorry for everything. I wouldn't know what to do without you.
Oh, hi Alexa. You were texting me? I was so focused on my work, so I didn't notice until it was late at night now. Sorry, remote work is so scary because there's no one to tell you to take a break at times like this. I also had the text from your mom. Oh, I see, you couldn't come home because your flight was cancelled. Because of the typhoon, right? And Ellen is at your mother's apartment as well. Got it. Well then, I think I'll go to bed now. Good night.
Good morning, Mom. How are things over there? Alexa, I was just thinking about contacting you. I took a look at your house from my veranda, and I saw your husband coming home in his car. Did Luther have a sister or something? Nope, he only has one brother. Did something happen? You're probably going to be very surprised at this, but I'm sorry. I saw him going to your house with a young woman. Huh? Are you sure that's what you saw? Sorry, I know this is all so sudden. What? There's no reason for you to be sorry. You did nothing wrong, Mother. Anyways, I need to get home as soon as possible because I can't do anything from here. I'm about to board the airplane. I can come home as soon as I turn in some papers involving my business trip to my office. I'll go directly to your house. I'll probably be there a bit past noon. I understand, but still, I'm glad today was a day off. We're still taking care of Ellen, all right? Yep, thanks. Luther, it looks like you were so focused on your work that you didn't notice my text until late at night yesterday. But didn't you notice that you had locked Ellen out?
What? Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Alexa. I'll express my sorry and gratitude to your mother later. Anyways, though, you're working now, right? You said you were gonna go to the office after your plane arrives, right? Must be tough having to work on a weekend.
Oh, I didn't say that I was going to work at the office.
What?
There are employees that go to work on weekends, but today's actually a day off for me, and I just had to go to the office to take care of something because my plane was delayed yesterday. I couldn't bring home important papers involving a business deal, you know? I just made a quick pit stop at the office to store the papers.
What? Does that mean that... Where are you right now, Alexa?
I don't know. Where do you think I am?
I have no idea. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I guess there's no use hiding anything from you now that I'm already here.
What?
You're currently in her bedroom, right?
What?
Why don't you and the woman you're with come down to the living room?
What?
Of course, I'd appreciate it if you two put your clothes on.
Hey, hold on. Alexa? What do you mean exactly by that?
Are you actually pretending you don't know what I'm talking about? I know all of it now, you asshole.
Damn it. Shit! All of you just had to come. You didn't have to kick me out like that, you know?
I don't think that's what an asshole says after doing an asshole thing in a house that I own.
Why'd you have to call my mother as well, though? I was told not to come home to my parents' house because of that.
It's probably because your mother loves her only grandchild, Ellen, so much. And it's only been a few years since she divorced your father for cheating, right? To think that her own son would do the same thing. What you did was probably like rubbing salt in a wound that was yet to fully heal. No wonder she was furious with you.
Damn it.
Oh, that reminds me. I also told the husband of the woman you were with about the relationship you two were having.
You what?
They're also talking about divorce.
Hold on a minute. You knew who my girlfriend was, but you still...
Of course I did. You would think that it's obvious that getting caught with the wife of the CEO of the company you work at is a serious deal, but you still did it seems.
Shit.
You're probably going to go through a lot starting now, right?
Nah, don't do it.
I wonder if they'll even let you stay in the company. You thought that no one would find out you were skipping work and making out with your girlfriend instead, since you work remotely, right? It seems that you two went to a love hotel in the middle of a working day even.
How should I have guessed that I might have been caught even when I work remotely?
Apparently, it's not that hard to check if you're actually doing work, or not by looking at computer logs and at when you log in and logged off. It's amazing how much technology has advanced, don't you think?
Who cares about how much technology has advanced?
Well, we're done here, right?
What?
I booked an appointment at a lawyer's office tomorrow. I need to prepare for it.
A lawyer?
What are you surprised at? I told you about it the day I got proof that you were cheating on me, right? That I would hire a lawyer to make you pay an alimony, and also pay for Ellen's child support.
I don't have that much money. I'm even about to be fired from my job. Why are you getting so mad even? It's just one time I cheated on you. All you have to do is be a bit patient so we can work things out without having to divorce. I'm not paying you a cent. How'd you find out? I thought that no one would find me here.
Oh, you received the content certified letter, did you? I've already gotten hands-on information saying that you ran to your father's house.
What?
You see, your father deeply regrets that he cheated on your mother.
Huh?
You were wrong if you thought that your father, who had done the same thing as you in the past, would side with you.
What?
Basically means that your father is on my side.
Huh? What did you say?
Anyways, apparently you turned in your letter of resignation to your company.
So what if I did?
If that's the case, it seems your father's going to make you work at the construction company he's been working for ever since he and your mother got divorced.
Huh?
I only heard about it after your mother told me, but it was called the Iwanami Group, right?
The Iwanami Group?
Apparently they're famous for reforming social degenerates like you.
Any social degenerate can become an upstanding human.
Oh, so you knew their model.
So it wasn't just me imagining things when I thought that my father seemed different to who he was a few years ago?
Well then, good luck becoming an upstanding human.
Wait,
I won't wait.
I don't wanna!
Goodbye.
No!
Luther's father pretended to sympathize with Luther when he fled to him, but he actually told me about it immediately. Thanks to the work of my father-in-law, who's nothing like he was a few years ago and is now basically a saint, the Iwanami Group arrived 1 hour after me and Luther's final conversation. Luther was taken away in a black van screaming, "You lied to me!" It seemed that the CEO's wife was also sent to the Iwanami Group through a different acquaintance of hers. Thanks to them, I received the alimony asked for from both Luther and the CEO's wife, and I also received child support for Ellen every month. After the divorce, it was decided that I would live with my parents. Ellen, who loves her grandparents, was overjoyed when I told her about it. I plan on overlooking the growth of this beautiful child as her role model, and live from now on as an upstanding human being.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Tanya, leave the house now. What? I let you live in this house until you graduated high school. I did the bare minimum of what I had to, so hurry up and leave. Mother? You know, Tanya, I hate you because you're so much like your father, who I divorced. My only daughter is your little sister, Rena. Hurry up and get out of my sight. You're being too sudden. I have nowhere to go. All you have to do is move into one of your company's dormitories. I'll give you 1 week, so hurry up and tell the company you work for that you're moving into their dormitory. But...
Sister! No, don't leave me, please!
Rena, I'm sorry. To tell you the truth, I don't want to leave, but...
Yeah, I understand. I understand, honestly. But there's no point in me coming with you, since I just got into high school while you just graduated high school. I'll only be a burden.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for making impossible demands of you as well.
The company dormitory I'm going to be moving into is only a 30-minute train ride from home, so we can meet whenever we want to.
Yup, I promise to come see you. And when I graduate high school, I'm gonna leave this house too. I'll be patient until then.
Yup, let's both do our best.
There's something I need to tell you, Tanya.
Oh, hi Rena. What is it?
I'm getting married.
You're getting married?
My fiancé is someone you've already met. Do you remember my boyfriend I showed you, the one who was my colleague?
Oh, that wonderful young man. I see. So you're already of that age as well, huh? It's already been 6 years since you graduated high school and left home, right?
Yup. I found a job far away from home without telling Mom, and I just left without giving her the opportunity to even oppose. I haven't returned home even once since then, just like you.
So you're not going to invite Mother to the wedding?
Yup. My fiancé's parents are understanding of my situation, and me and my husband aren't planning to invite her. Oh, but I am going to invite Dad, though.
I see. Dad is sure to be happy for you.
Yup. We're planning on having the ceremony a year from now, and have already begun preparations. I'll contact you again once the details are set.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Tanya, something terrible has happened.
What, Mother?
It's been 10 years since we last talked, right? But now's not the time to talk about the past.
What is it?
I was wondering whether I should tell you or not, since I did kick you out of the house, but to tell you the truth, today is Rena's funeral.
What?
It's been 7 years since she left home for her job. She got into a traffic accident while she was going to work. Oh, my poor child, my sweet daughter. I think I might go insane. I'm begging you, Tanya. All I have left in the world is you. I know it's late, but I truly regret pushing you away in the past. Your father came to the funeral today, so why don't you admit that you were wrong as well for not contacting me even once for 10 years, and just come home already? I don't care if it's been 10 years or not.
I wonder where to start. I'm at a wedding, so I can't come.
Huh? What are you talking about? I don't know whose wedding that is, but your sister just died. You should be prioritizing your sister's funeral over some wedding.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but given the circumstance, I think it's best for me to prioritize the wedding.
Since when did you become such a psychopath? Don't you feel even sad?
You say that as if you aren't one yourself.
What?
Bye.
Tanya! Tanya, why won't you come home? Your only sister just died. Do you have no heart? Get over here as soon as possible. Tanya, please come home, will you? You're going to cause me trouble if you don't. I'll pretend that you didn't just ignore me for the past 10 years. Let's live together, the two of us, like we used to, as mother and daughter.
Like we used to?
Tanya, Finally, you replied to my text. So, when are you going to come back?
I'm not coming back.
What?
There's no way I'm coming back. It's Rena's funeral, so come home as soon as possible. If that's what you're saying was true, then yes, I might have dropped everything and came home.
What do you mean if it's true? It is. Come home as soon as possible. To think that you would prioritize some random person's marriage ceremony over the funeral of your only sister. You really haven't changed.
But the wedding ceremony I was at was Rena's.
What?
I'm going to tell you about it since there's no point in hiding it from you any longer. Rena married a colleague of hers.
What?
I was also invited to the wedding ceremony, so I knew immediately that you were lying when you said Rena got into an accident. Today is her funeral, because she was standing right in front of me.
You knew I was lying immediately?
Yep.
You two were in contact?
Of course we were. We're sisters, and it's not like we hate each other or something.
What?
I don't know what you were planning on achieving by faking Rena's funeral, but I wonder which one of us is the psychopath now.
Hold on just a moment. Didn't Ren already get married long before?
Huh?
I heard it from an acquaintance. Rena married 3 years ago and is now the mother of twins.
What?
Oh, something must have happened and they had to postpone the wedding ceremony until now, I guess. Well, putting that aside, it seems there's no point in lying anymore, so I'll tell you the truth. You see, I want to propose to you a marriage.
What? A marriage?
His parents are saying that either you or Ren is alright, but I knew Ren already married 3 years ago, so you're going to be the one marrying. Your husband is going to be the eldest son of the Taikazawa family.
Isn't the Takizawa family the owners of a huge mansion by the prefectural road?
Yes, this is the chance of a lifetime no matter how you look at it.
Will you please stop joking?
I'm not joking. What kind of person would joke about something like that?
Don't you think it's ridiculous bringing a marriage proposal to your daughter who you haven't talked to in the past 10 years?
Do you not understand my parental feelings and wanting you to be happy?
The last memory I have of you being anything like a parent is from when I was around 10, before you and Dad got divorced.
It's all in your head. I was a good parent to you even after that.
I let you live in this house until you graduated high school. I did the bare minimum of what I had to do. You know, I hate you because you resemble your father so much. Your sister Ren is my only daughter.
What is this so suddenly?
These are the text messages you sent me 10 years ago when you told me to leave the house. Did you think that the records wouldn't be there anymore since it's already been 10 years? I took a screenshot just in case, since I thought they might be of use in the future if I ever got involved in any problem involving you. Too bad you couldn't pretend you never said these things.
Now, don't be so cold. It's already been 10 years. It's about time you want to get married and settle down yourself, right? It seemed the Takizawa family want to have a grandchild to inherit their property soon, so they want their eldest son to marry a woman in her 20s. You're 28, right? It's a win-win situation. Like I said, the Takizawa family are filthy rich, so this is the chance of a lifetime.
I refuse.
Why?
Because I'm already married?
What?
I don't know where the information got twisted, but it's me who married 3 years ago and gave birth to twins, not Rena.
What did you say?
By the way, Rena herself turned in her marriage papers as soon as the ceremony ended, so neither of us are single and we can't accept this marriage proposal of yours.
But that's going to be a problem for me. Get divorced immediately and marry the eldest son of the Takizawa family.
The eldest son of yours. He's about your age, right? Meaning he's in his 50s. This information from 10 years ago, but he's already divorced twice and has no children, right? The fact that you're talking about a marriage proposal probably means that he's been divorced at least 3 times by now, right? You also talked about how they wanted someone to inherit their property and how he wants to marry a woman in her 20s. So that must mean he still has no children. All this combined with the fact that he's offering you a marriage proposal with your daughter you haven't talked to in 10 years. It seems that this eldest son you're pushing on me is quite the landmine.
But he's still filthy rich.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Wait, Tanya.
Bye then.
Tanya, I'm begging you, come home and marry into the Takezawa family, please.
What? You still haven't given up? Do you realize that what you're asking of me is impossible because I'm already married and have children?
But I already accepted $100,000.
Huh? $100,000? What are you talking about?
Well, you see, none of the women in our hometown want to marry into the Takezawa family anymore. I thought that you must not know anything about the Takezawa family since you haven't been home for so long, and that if I talked about how rich they were, we would be able to get you to marry him.
And so I became a target for them?
Yes, I received $100,000 as a thanks from them.
Don't tell me. You agreed to their proposal without even waiting for my answer?
But I had no idea that you got married before Renan had children.
Then why don't you just give back the $100,000? Tell them I didn't tell you already got married or something and put an end to this business.
But I already used $50,000.
You what?
My only hope of getting out of this mess is you marrying into the Takezawa family.
You exasperate me. If that's the case, I don't want to be involved in this.
Huh?
Do something about it yourself, okay?
Tanya!
Goodbye then.
Tanya!
My mother was always the type that only cared about themselves. But after me and Rena left home, this trait of hers got even worse, it seems. She's now infamous among the neighborhood for being a huge nuisance. You can probably guess that the Takezawa family, a family of wealthy capitalists, are quite strange themselves, asking for the daughter of such a well-known neighborhood nuisance. My mother did all she could to buy time after I refused her offer, but it seemed that the Takezawa family found out from somewhere that both her daughters were married, and they were furious when they found out. Obviously, they asked my mother to give back the $100,000 they gave her, but since she already spent $50,000, she was forced to take a loan from somewhere to pay it back. According to a relative who lives in my hometown, she was one day seen entering a car that had come for her and disappeared. To this day, no one has been in contact with her since.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello, Sandra. I have to tell you this, but I think you're not suited for my son. I just cannot understand why Chris would choose you as his wife. What was he thinking? Are you still going on about that, Mother? You've been sending me this line message countless times the past week or so. Haven't you had enough? All I'm doing is protecting my son. What mother would look the other way when their son is suffering? I really can't understand why you feel that way, Mother. Chris was tricked into marrying you. You were only after his money. I saw it coming a mile away. That's where you're wrong. I married Chris because I wanted to build a happy family with him. Building a happy family for you means to live in an expensive high-rise condo and spend all his money. That's what happiness is for you. Since getting married, how much have you siphoned of him? How could you say that? Siphoned off? Please, you do realize that I work too and make a reasonable amount myself. We share all household costs for your information. The way I see it, your constant disapproval only disrespects your son. He's my son. Don't act like you know my son more than me. It's not only me. Chris also has grievances about you. 1, your cooking is horrendous and you never clean. What's more, your personality is dull as ditch water. Did he really say that? Of course he did. Do you think I'm making it up? He said he wants a divorce. He really wants a divorce, huh? Yes, so give it to him already. He'll be way happier if you did. Divorce is not that easy, Mother. You can't just say, okay, sure thing, and be done with it. It's more complicated than that. Still being pig-headed about it, huh? You really have the nerve, Sandra. Maybe I better start looking for a suitable wife for Chris to replace you. I don't have time for this, Mother. I need to get back to work. Goodbye. Sandra, are you there? About this coming 4th of July weekend, we're going to see the fireworks with the whole family, and you're not welcome, just so you know. A fireworks show? Yes, all the relatives are going to be there, so I figured it would be a great opportunity for everyone to get together. They have these stands ready at the park, so I made reservations for one of them for the entire family. We'll have front row seats. They even have a drink bar set up. But I'm sorry, there's no seat available for you. Of course, Chris is more than welcome. If you want to see fireworks, I suggest you watch it on TV or buy some sparklers and set them off on the veranda or something. I see. Alright, no problem. As you suggest, I'll stay home that evening and enjoy myself alone. That would be the best. Yes, Mother, and thanks. I really hate crowds. I would much rather stay and relax. Accepting defeat pretty easily, Sandra. What's up? That fireworks display, we get a front row seat from our veranda on the 12th floor. The view is actually spectacular from here. I'll just sip some wine, relax, and take in the show. No crowds to contend with. Thanks, Mother. That's nice.
Hey Sandra, just finished work. I'm just getting into my car. Should be home in like 30 minutes.
Oh, hey Chris, pretty late over time?
Yeah, end of the week and all. Hey, did you have a little spat with my mum yesterday?
Excuse me? A little spat?
I just received a call from her. She left a cool message. She's talking about the upcoming fireworks display on July 4th, but she's going on about something or other. Mentioned your name a couple of times, but I couldn't make head nor tail about what she was saying. What I got from it was that she called and starting a senseless attack on you, but that you retaliated. What's up? Did something happen?
Oh, that. I wouldn't actually call it retaliating. She just texted me to say that they leased special reserved seats to watch the big fireworks display over the 4th of July weekend, but she made it point that I was not invited.
First she harasses you, and now treats you like an outcast. When is this ever going to stop?
But you know me, I hate large crowds, so I was actually relieved not to be invited. So I just told her that I was happy I wasn't going, that I was actually thankful. I even thanked her for not inviting me. That was it about. I bet you anything that after a while her anger grew because of my indifference. Guess she figured out I would be more upset.
I'm starting to get the picture. I got to say, Sandra, you've gotten really good at taming the tiger.
Yeah, well, we only converse online or by phone, so it's not face to face. I work all day, which allows me to avoid your mother. I don't know how things would have turned out if I was just a stay-at-home housewife. I hate to even imagine such a scenario. And when do we meet? It's always with you, so she holds back on any criticism she has.
I'm really sorry that I have to put you through this, Sandra. I keep warning her to back off, but she just ignores me. On the other hand, when I warn her, the backlash against you worsens. A real catch-22 situation.
Don't worry about me, Chris. I can handle it.
Thanks, but we really need to do something about it sooner than later. About that July 4th meet, I'll attend and say hello to everyone. I won't be too late. I don't want to think about the repercussions if I didn't show up.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I better get back onto the freeway. Should be there before 8 PM.
Alright, drive carefully. It seems you kept your promise and stayed home. Good evening, Mother. 2 more hours before the fireworks start. Looks like a never evening for fireworks. You kept a super stiff upper lip the other day when you heard you weren't invited, but now that Chris is here enjoying himself and you all alone, I hope you don't feel stunned. I'm sorry to have to cut you off soon, but I'm going to have an online drinking party soon. I better get ready. Pardon me? An online what? Online drinking party. I have to log in now, so we'll talk again. Enjoy the fireworks. Log what? I really can't understand you, Sandra. Always talking gibberish.
Hey Sandra, you there? I'm heading home right this second.
Chris, what's up? How about the fireworks show? Hasn't even started?
Forget the damn fireworks.
Chris, you kinda sound upset. What's up?
Sorry, I'm not upset with you, it's Mum. I just found out the real reason why she didn't invite you tonight.
Sorry, was there even a reason? I just thought she simply didn't want me there.
Before I arrived, Mother apparently told everyone that you and I were already divorced.
Wait, what? Already divorced?
She introduced this girl saying she was my soon-to-be wife, and guess who that woman was? It was Lily.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you talking about that very same Lily? The one that your mom was scheming to match up with your older brother Kyle?
That's right. When she stood up in front of everyone, all cheerful, and announced that she was my new wife, I went completely pale and then red hot.
You're joking, right? This has to be a joke. This Lily, she was Kyle's old flame, right? I heard he broke up with her after she was caught cheating on him. Why her? What was she thinking?
You know, Mother. She thinks Lily is pretty and that's why she likes her. Simply for that reason. She really pushed it with Kyle, but that didn't turn out as she planned for obvious reasons. She just couldn't let it go, so she figured she'd force her on me.
Has she gone totally mental? Just because she has no affection for me doesn't mean she can't treat you like that.
That's exactly right. I was furious. I told her off in front of everyone. I think I might have ruined the whole evening for everyone. Actually, I was so upset I couldn't stop myself. I blurted out everything. The way she treated you and forcing you to stay home today, about how she forced Lily onto Kyle, even about her cheating on him.
How did the other relatives react to all that?
Apparently, Mum told them that Kyle was the one who cheated on Lily and took off with some other woman.
Seriously? That's awful.
That little tidbit of information caused quite a commotion among all the relatives. They're currently having a family meeting right about now.
I guess the fireworks display is on back burner for now, it seems.
Oh yeah, my Uncle Frank took me aside and told me maybe I should check and make sure there were no false divorce filings in the past few days. I'm going to stop off at City Hall on way home and submit a claim just in case.
Chris, open the door. Please, let me in. I'm right outside your apartment complex. I know you're home. It's still the 4th of July weekend. I know you're still off from work. Please let me in.
Mom, would you just stop? The buzzing is driving me bonkers. I'm trying to work.
Work? What do you mean work?
I told you not to contact me anymore. We're done as a family. I told you that the other day.
But please, Chris!
Will you stop with your blabbering, Mum? I introduced you to that factory. I thought you were already over there, for God's sake. I'm busy. Gotta go.
Sandra, I know you're there. Let me in right this minute. Mother, what do you want? It's all your adult. Lily hates me now. I put in an application for divorce and marriage to Lily, but that was apparently rejected as a fraud claim. So I must concede defeat regarding this whole marriage to Chris. Therefore, I have taken it upon myself to discipline you, to teach you the ropes on how to be the perfect wife. Chris deserved the best. We have a few days left of the holidays, so let's get started. There's no time to lose. I don't think so, Mother. We're both at the office now. Excuse me, at the office? Yes, the July 4th weekend is actually not that long, and besides, both Chris and I work in a business that requires 24-hour operation. Even on holidays, we all work in shifts. Then get someone else to take your shift and come back home right this second. This is not a request, this is a command from your mother-in-law. Mother, is it true that you got kicked out of your own home? Pardon me? That home is owned by your husband's younger brother, if I got my facts correct, isn't that so? I heard you were just living there for free after your husband passed away, but that incident the other day was the last straw and you were kicked out of that house. Chris introduced me to a company called Ace Industries, I believe. He arranged for a live-in position as an office receptionist. You were supposed to start today according to Chris, so why are you at our place? Well, seems obvious, right? You guys have this spacious condo, plenty of room here. Chris has enough income to take care of me, so why would I even accept such a position? That reminds me, you quit your part-time job after your husband passed and just lived off his inheritance? I heard that nest egg is about to dry up. Why do you even know about that? I was briefed on all the details about the family meeting you had the other day, after you introduced Lily as Chris's new wife. Nice try, by the way. Are you serious? You were briefed? Also, I may as well tell you now, about that tower condo you're so fond of. I bought that place when I was still single. I own that place. Wait, you own that condo? Yes, I was not only working at that time, but also inherited a bunch of real estate assets when my father passed away, so... Does that mean you make more than Chris? Yeah, I guess that you can say that. As for who you can or cannot live in that condo, I own the place and I have every right to make such decisions. This must be a mistake. And why would I want to live with someone that has been harassing me, treating me like dirt these past few years? Sorry, but I'm not really into masochism. But where am I gonna live then? That's why Chris introduced you to that position at Ace Industries. I would take it if I were you. A car just pulled up in front of your condo. That black van isn't for me, is it? Did Chris call them? Oh, did it arrive? That was pretty quick. There was talk of you trying to escape, and so there was an APB put on you. Chris called them. I suppose you don't have time to check your line messages, at least for now. After that conversation, the staff of Ace Industry picked her up and took her straight to the factory dormitory. I heard that the following day at the same dormitory, Lily showed up. Not sure about the details, but I heard she hooked up with some lowlife and somehow accumulated a huge debt with the guy, who later skipped town, leaving her with all that debt. When I first heard that they were together in the same dormitory, I was a little concerned, but they apparently got along great and worked as a sort of a team. Working surprisingly efficiently together, after a year, they even started to enjoy their newfound passion for work. They even vowed to work until retirement as a team. Chris told me that the president of Ace Industries had planned it that way and was positive that it would work out in such a manner. I guess he knows people. I probably won't meet Chris's mom again, but I'm happy that she found a purpose in life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.